I guess I should be filming this stuff as I go. I'm a little perplexed here. I'm hung up over here somewhere. I can't see anything, any fasteners. There's 2 fasteners on this end, 1 down here on the bottom. Nothing I can see up here on top, so the only thing is I'm thinking that it's hanging on there. And because it is kind of hanging back here. So, whoop, that's why I had to move the thing. I kept getting, I guess I'm going to have to move my toolbox or the lathe one. Let me brighten this up. See, it kind of sits on this ledge here. So I'm betting and gambling that that's the same situation, that this plate runs all the way through there. Well, at least to here. And that is just sitting on there, because there's only 1 fastener underneath here. 1 back here in the bottom on this end, and 1 here, and that one's still on. So we're going to hook up the shop hoist, shop crane, what do they call it? Heavy duty folding shop crane. Because that thing, I don't know, I kind of picture myself, just lifting that thing off of there, but I probably couldn't even lift that gear train. Yeah, sure I could, but no, I couldn't do any of it safely. I think the worst situation I could come into up here is that there is a pin locating this on this end. But I see nothing holding it. See, I'm putting some pretty good pressure here. Oop, there it goes. I got a hip check in that baby. I just broke it free too, so let's put you up top here. Okay, I'm stumped. Let me get this screw before I lose it. All the same size. No, the short one. Long one goes on the back. It's 3 different sizes there. Who knows? Let's just put those with this. And we'll worry about where they go. Which one goes in what hole later? Well, this is where I'm at right now. I have the 3 fasteners. That I can see that are holding this on. Okay? Now, I can watch. Well, what the hell happened? I can move it more than that. Well, it slipped back into its locating pin. I can, there it is. Okay, I can do that. When I prop this thing out from underneath and I shine my light up in there, I can see the threads of a fastener. What looks like the threads of a fastener. Now, I don't know if I'm looking at one of these fasteners that I've screwed back in, but there's no screws down here. There's none over here. What I'm seeing falls about right here and that's in, and I can see where it's supposed to be at, and the only thing that I can figure is that the headstock has to come off and the bolt is bolted from the inside of the casting. Now why it's loose enough that I can do that, well, it's 70 years, I'll tell you that. So I honestly think that there's a bolt in the casting, under the headstock, in the casting. See, I'm just making assumptions here. You know, the headstock literally seems to stop right here. I mean, it's not that much, it's not that big of a piece. I mean, so there's definitely room for the last screw to be under the headstock to take this gearbox off. Now, when I was reading the literature before, they were saying that I take the gearbox off first. If what I'm seeing pans out to be true, you don't need to touch the gearbox to get the headstock off. Now, what do I see holding the headstock down? Okay, as of now, I have two nuts back here. I have one cap head screw here. I have two nuts in the back. And I got that same cap head screw on the back side. So there's 4 nuts and 2 cap head screws. And that should bring the headstock right off, with the exception of its connection to the clutch and its connection to the gearbox, which is minimal. There's only this half gear, which is the direction lever. The whole reason we're taking this apart, that's the only connection to the headstock there is, and it will disconnect the same way that the shifting lever did. I mean, it's just half, it's a gear that's only, how do you say it? It's a rectangle gear. It's a rectangle piece of steel with 5 or 6 teeth on it, and all you got to do is just slide it out. So that's the only connection to the headstock that the gearbox has, is that feed direction lever. So, whoa, hold on, I got it. Hold on. I got it. I found the 4th screw. I gotta take some of the pressure off of that. Wasn't expecting that. I hope the hell we're recording. Wasn't expecting that at all. Let me get some of this stuff brushed away here. Well, that looks different. I was going to try to hold that, lift that up. My, strong arm that thing. Okay, I still don't think the gearbox had to be removed to get that off, but man, 1, 2, 3, and that fourth bolt is right here. And I never would have thought that long. The other ones were, let's see, the one with the slotted in it goes down here. And then there's two sizes here. Which one went where? Where'd the wrench go? Is this one? This one. Okay, these were both larger ones. I try to put all these fasteners back where they go. They're easier to keep track of that way. Oh. Let's see what. Oh, I was a little concerned that that gear, that biggest gear, sticks out of the casting, but there's an allowance for that right there. Okay, let me see if I can get this thing maneuvered out of this room. Well, the way things started off is I kept bumping my hip into the gears on the end of the lathe. So I removed those gears. And then I got to thinking about these gears, and well, we might as well get them out of there. And then I'd never had this housing off before. So, there's 4 nuts, 4 cap head screws. Let's go ahead and take that off. And that left us kind of here. And then, well, there's only 3 bolts that I can see that hold on the gearbox. So let's, of course, you'll see in the video that it took me quite a long time to find this one. So basically, you're going to get rid of this connection to the clutch, and the headstock can come off. I did find an insert. I would say all sides are honestly used. Oh. And here is the reverse gear. We hadn't shown that already. It's an insert. Looks like it is started off as a round and was slow. I don't know if it was round and ground flat, and I think it started off round. So it'll finish up round. Now the other one is down in here on this same gear train, which is the bottom gear train that is of the headstock. Now further down in the casting there are more gears, but once we lift up the headstock, this shaft is right at the bottom, easy to access. No need to bother the spindle, the main spindle. So we are getting ready to run out of battery on this. Tools like sockets that I'm going to use again. That's all I'm really held back for what sizes I need to put this thing back together so far. Now whatever nuts I need for, whatever tools I need for here, probably the same as that. I have a piece of metal strapping that had this shimmed up, the gearbox shimmed up. I'm not acting like someone with a battery that's running low, am I? I think what I want to show is how nice and pretty everything is here in my shop. Everything, the floor's been swept, except for back there. A lot of paint has been removed from the lathe. I don't think anything in the back here will ever get removed. I'm too lazy to. I'll paint the front of the lathe, and I might not do any more scraping. I might just paint what I have purple and go on. I guess I can put the cover back on the headstock. Well, I feel like I should end this in my chair, in my desk. Oh man. It's exactly 9 minutes after 8 a.m. on my wife's birthday. She just got back from cat sitting about 2 hours ago, and I helped her unpack her car and get her situated, get all her, unpack her car. She takes the world with her. Wow. What a sight, man. Unbelievable. I can see myself doing some more scraping down here, and boy, I'd just love to send the rest of it out and have it done. The main body under the motor housing, I mean, that's probably the greatest amount of paint. It's over. Yeah. I would say I'm gonna have to do at least the front and the headstock. And then that means we have to do, and I'll have all this sandblasted. I'll take that off in one unit and just have it sandblasted. That whole back, no, I won't sandblast it. I'll paint it with remover and take it to the car wash. I may not even do that. I did do a little paint removal here on the headstock. I figured every night if I did a 5" by 2.5" section, in time I would have the whole thing done. This is my nemesis here, this pin. I've been back here and polished, and I think I can see where the back of the pin is. I've tried driving it out. I believe this is on a swivel. If I can get that pin out, I can just pull this out of there, and then the headstock's free. So that's my last attachment of the headstock to the lathe. And hopefully it is just this tapered pin, number 3. And that might be a number 4. Hell, if I'm gone this far, we might, never mind. I'm just a little excited, guys. Does this have, it looks like some kind of ancient ruins there. It's like some alien technology. Oh! No, it won't do it. So, what we're going to do is give it a little love over here. And give it a little this.